Cranky Motorsports here on a lovely Saturday. I think today's the 19th of October. And I had to do a little bit of work on my Bel Air before wintertime because I had no antifreeze in the radiator. I just filled it up with water when I first put the motor in the car. And it's fine for the summertime, but it's not going to last through the winter. So I decided I would drain the radiator completely because it just had water in it, and filled it up with, so far I got about 1 1/3 gallons of antifreeze. I think the system is just shy of 3 gallons total. And haven't run this thing since July, I think. And what I really wanted to do was, start it up. I was actually thinking about dropping it back on the ground, pulling it outside, and backing it out of the garage so I could clean up my garage because, as you can see, I mean, there's just crap everywhere. And it's a lot easier to clean stuff up if there's not a car in the way. But the problem is, I still don't have steering. So until I get that fixed, I really don't want to pull it outside because then if the wheels go and I got to get out and try to put them back by hand, not the easiest thing in the world. So besides the fact that I don't know if the brakes stayed bled. Oh, actually feel pretty good. Yeah, brakes feel good. Clutch still feels good, which is awesome. Hydraulic clutch, I don't even have a return spring on this. That's just hydraulic pressure bringing the pedal back right now. I will put a return spring on it, but none of this stuff's wired yet, but it's there. So haven't started this thing up in quite some time. I got my old battery hooked up to it. I snipped it in there, as Vice Grip Garage says. And I'm gonna, where'd my keys go? I'm gonna stick the old key in the ignition, turn the ignition system on, and give her a whirl. Actually, I'm gonna take this guy off because I want to use the pedal to try to keep it running because, of course, the gas pedal works, so that's always a plus. So this is a cold start, old start. This thing, I haven't started it since probably the second or third week in July. And it would be a little easier if I had a, seat or something. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Ignition on. I don't remember which switch I made my ignition over here, so. Well, that's the lights. I think that's the ignition. Yep. Let's see if she starts up. I'm betting the old carburetor's dry. Could spray something in there, but I'll just pump her 10 million times. That's interesting. Maybe that one's the gauges. Maybe that one's the ignition. Oh, that's the fan. Maybe that one's the ignition. I don't remember. Oh, for good measure, let's turn them all on. I don't know which one's which. Well, let me try the old chocolator. Oops, that didn't sound good. Oh. because I need to finish welding the trunk pan, and I haven't quite gotten that far yet. Man, that thing sounds good. I'm gonna let it warm up and let the old thermostat open, and I'll come back in a little bit. About 850. Runs pretty good. I think it sounds great. Still a little bit on the rich side, but to be fair, I really haven't run it enough to burn all the crap out of it. About 35 pounds of oil pressure at idle. Charging nicely, water temperature's good, thermostat's going to open any minute, and that's what I'm waiting for. Once that opens up and cycles a couple times, then I'll shut her off, but this thing is going to be awesome! And the tack still works. Thanks Autometer for sending me a good tack. Those stupid Equus tacks would not work with the HEI module that I had in my distributor. And this tack works beautifully, works perfect. Yep, thermostat open, hose is nice and hot up here. Runs good, this thing doesn't leak a drop of oil. Got my nice serpentine belt running there, all mostly using factory parts to put all this stuff together. I just wanted to have like a simple but kind of custom car set up the way somebody would do it back in the 60s or maybe the 80s, depending. It's like I got a little bit of blow-by coming out of it. It's probably the PCV system not working properly or something, but I'll figure that out eventually. It's a hot rod. If it ain't leaking something, it ain't running, right? Runs good. Not bad for a little 305. Love the way this motor sounds. Well, thermostat opened up. I'm at 205. It's climbing a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and pop the old ventilator on, cool that puppy off. And then I got about a gallon of gas in a can. I think when it runs out, I'm just going to let it shut off. For now, I'm just going to let you guys go. But just a quick little update on the old 53 Bel Air. It's coming along pretty soon. Once I get this whole problem here fixed, then I'll be able to at least move it around the yard. That'll make me happy. Have a great day from Cranky Motorsports.